All right, crew, we are on a water test run for this 2022 Hewescraft Alaskan 250 extended transom hardtop with a bulkhead and a head. Okay, a lot going on with this boat, as you can see. This is a big boy. Very, very nice sought after boat. So let's go through this one. Let me show you what opportunity awaits you here. First of all, we've got a 12-inch Garmin Touch Screen display, and this thing is powered by a transducer that's pushing over 1,000 kilowatts, and it can see so clear. Just look at the detail. We're on a clear lake, but you can see the detail so precisely with that transducer. But you've got to understand there's a $1,500 transducer connected to this unit alone. Okay, so not many people have had the opportunity to see something with this much detail on the sonar. Okay, we got maps, we've got radar, we've got all of those good things. So we'll fire up the radar here. And then we've got autopilot here, so we're gonna go ahead and test that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the hold here, hit standby. Now I'm gonna hit engage. It pulls us to that. I'm gonna turn the boat, and as you'll notice, it'll hold us dead on that. We have a headwind coming at us from this direction, and it is working. I can hear the pump flowing, so we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and hit standby on that, disengage that. Okay, we've got trim tabs here. We're just gonna leave those down for now. We've got a full engine display, 6Y8 I believe, or this is actually the newer model. So this is going to show us a lot of engine data on the two twin 200's Yamahas that are powering us, and then we've got a 9.9 trolling motor that is hooked up on a second helm at the back of the bulkhead here. Okay, so we've got most of our tests going. Done some water tests already. We're going to go ahead and give a full run out test here. So go ahead, and we're just in gear. We have not ran this out yet, so I do not know what to expect. So I'm going to go ahead and add some throttle, bring us up to about 2,000 RPMs, and kind of see what a tuna roll would be. Put the motors all the way down, so we're going to trim all the way down, and we have a full down trim at this point. Okay, we're 1,800. I'm going to give it a little bit more. I'm going to see if we can put this on plane right around 2,500 RPMs. Okay, there's 26, 27 on both engines there, trim down. It's starting to pull up onto plane a little bit, but we're going to turn around and get us a longer run. I'll put it into a turn here. It is actually on a plane here, 2,500 RPMs, and we're at 12.5 miles an hour, but you can see the nice crisp wake. That means we're up actually on a plane. Okay, we're going into this corner here, and then we're going to open it up, bring it up to about 4,000 RPMs. There's a nice big wake of ours. We're going to plow through here first. Nice and soft. Oh, these seats are suspension seats, so that's going to give us a very, very cushion. I have not played with the trim tabs at this point, and she does not list, which is huge because a lot of boats out there, they'll find a way to list either with the wind or some kind of a obstruction, or even just the torque of the motors. But we got counter rotators on here, so we're good there. 3,400 RPMs, trimmed all the way down, hitting 20 miles an hour. So there's going to be your cross ocean cruise. Bow rides up pretty high. I think we would need to put the trim tabs down to kind of set the bow down a little bit. But overall, this thing sits ideally in the water. Ideal. A little bit tall on the bow at this 3,400 RPMs. Go ahead and turn the boat around, put it into a nice tight spin. We are on plane. We are cooking, and we are in a hard turn. Boat does not feel sloppy. Everything's feeling firm and tight. There's our wake. We should hit it on plane. We're going to hit this pretty hard. All right. Pretty soft there. We're throwing some pretty big wake even to hit. All right, we're going to bring up that speed a little bit more. Let's hit 4,000, 41. 43, there's 43. pushing 29 miles an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that trim up a little bit. Try to set her down a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Big solid boat. Everything, no rattles. Super smooth, super quiet. We like that. Okay, I got it so it's just barely bobbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit more throttle. Should be about perfect on our trim. Okay, there's 5,300 RPMs here. Very nice. Starting to hop a little bit, so I'm gonna bring our trim down a little bit, set that bow down. There we go. Settled right down. Beautiful setup right there. No trim tabs. We are just rolling smooth. We are doing 37.8 miles per hour. Okay, I'm gonna pull it down and we're gonna get a top speed here. Hard crank. This is some performance water sport stuff here, boys. Trimming all the way down. Sharp, sharp corner here. Very nice. Gosh, that ride's great. Okay, coming out of our turn. Here we go. We're gonna get into our old wake and then we'll have a nice smooth run for top speed. There we go, hitting our old wake. Pretty smooth. There's all the way pinned down. We're gonna bring that trim up. We have 6,000 RPMs on our speed. I'm gonna bring that trim up a little bit more. There we go, we're getting to top speed right now, 42.9, 43 miles an hour. We are cleaning up here. That is scooting. Oh my goodness, this thing is tuned perfectly. 6,000, 6,100, that is optimal for these engines. We're getting every bit of power out of those engines. We are over 43 miles an hour now. My goodness, there we go. 43.5. Pulling her off plane. I'm gonna set it down. Tight tuck. Hard, 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 hard. To port. Trimmed all the way down. Cranking it, laying the boat all the way on its side. You can hear a little ventilation on that outside engine. There we go, plowing through that. We're gonna do a figure 8. Lots of power, lots of power. And then we're gonna go ahead, open up our straight shot, give her up a little trim, and all the way down. We're gonna leave this spot, torque out of this hole. Okay, boat's responding, nothing's getting crazy, everything feels in control. I love this feeling, this is so nice. A big boat like this, I feel no nervousness at all operating this at full speed. That is not to be said for all the boats we operate. Not any problems, I feel completely in control. Everything is doing its job, motors sound good, wake is beautiful. This boat is rigged correctly. I actually could not change much on this rigging at all. I think I wouldn't even touch it. Okay, we're gonna go into a hard turn. Again, to port, I think I favor the port side because it puts me up higher. We're in a hard turn here. High speed. Oh, I like it. Wow. You know, I haven't always been, just because, you know, Hewescraft are just the most popular boat pretty much in the Pacific Northwest, them in North River. I've kind of been the guy who likes the underdog, but I'll tell you what, right now running this boat, this thing is set up nice. Rigged perfectly. Boys at White Marina did this one really well. That's where it originated from. Just moves right along there. Okay. Everything acting as it should. I'm going to carefully and slowly pull these things down to neutral. Okay, we've got neutral. And then we're going to go ahead and trim all the way down just so we know everything's reset. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a test. From there, I'm just going to leave the mains going here. We're going to move back here to the rear helm. I'm going to drop that motor. Okay, started it up the main, or the kicker, 99. Okay, it's good and run, warm. Into gear, and there we go. Here's our trolling scenario. As you'll see in the other video, when we do the on-land walk around, look at the dance floor on this boat. For reals, this thing's huge. I can get a exercise just by running back and forth on it. It's enormous. Just messing. Okay, trolling motor pushing us. We're currently at almost 5 miles an hour. That seems like that's full throttle right there on the trolling motor. And 5.32, 5.41, I bet about probably a 4.5 or 5.5 miles per hour on the 99 alone. Not too shabby. Okay, and then we have one final test to do, and that's we're gonna see how the boat performs with one single engine running. Okay, so we're gonna bring that 99 up out of the water. Okay. Let's go up here to the helm. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut off our port side. Oops, lift up only the port side so starboard can run. So this scenario would be if you lost it, had an engine malfunction out to sea. The idea would be how much performance can I get out of a single engine, as well as this is also a tuna fishing run. Why put hours on both motors when you're out running? You can put hours on either or and get that, because that motor's up out of the water now. You just run a single 200, and so this will give you an idea of what kind of performance you're going to get out of that single 200 on there. We're going to go ahead and make sure that one's all the way down trim. There we go. Trimmed all the way down. Get it straight. Make sure that one's all the way out of the water. See what speed we can get out of it. Starting to plane. There we are, up on plane. See what we can do. All right, we've got 18, almost 19 miles an hour. 20, there we go. Single engine, we're pushing over 20 miles an hour, 21.9. That's what I'm talking about. 24, that's probably as fast as you can go on the ocean anyways with the waves and stuff. Gosh, we're over 25 miles an hour, single engine. This is a great scenario. It's really getting up on plane now. That was without trim tabs. Even with trim tabs, you could help with get up a little bit better too. Okay, we are now 5,100 RPMs, full throttle on that. 28.2 miles an hour. Wonder if we can trim this thing up a little bit and get 30 out of it. There we go. 29.1. 4. I hear it. We're getting some more power. RPM's climbing when I bring it up. 29.8. Come on, baby. Let's break 30. 30 miles an hour. Single motor with the wind pushing us. 30.1. We're definite. 3.3. We got it. Just trimming that up. Oh, man. Well, there you have it. there you have it. Okay, there's the water run on there. I hope that we were thorough enough for that. The rest of it we can dig through on land, but water run, check. I believe we got it. We've got a really good setup here. Okay, here's the condition report and the walk around on dry land here of this 2022 Hewescraft Alaskan. So starting out, obviously a 2 5/16 inch ball with a nice coupler setup. This has obviously surge brakes on here, big toe chains, and I like how they have the pins so you can for sure secure that as well. We've got here, I believe this is a 5K jack on here, so we can winch that down, drop it. You can do it slow, but what you do is just drop it, you're good. Okay, moving forward, 2-speed winch on the front with the heavy strap. And then you see on the bow here, we've got the MinnKota Ulterra. This is a 112-pound thrust motor, 36 volt. Moved the boat out pretty good, about 3 miles an hour with it. And then also to mention, we have a onboard anchor nest with an anchor in there as well on the bow stanchion. Okay, we did notice when we were loading it, it is a beast to get over this little hump. That's pretty typical for Hewescraft, so that's something that's always kind of hard because the boat came in below it, but then once you get onto the trailer, it gets above it. So that's a thing. Down here at the bottom, underneath, condition looks all in all pretty good. You obviously have bottom paint here. There is some stuff that could be cleaned out. You got a little barnacle here and there. It's made its way onto it, but you know, bottom paint keeps things pretty good. We've got a 4-bunk setup on the trailer with plastic glides on it. No damages. Looks like you've never touched the bottom, hit anything on the bottom here. Looking down the side of the hull, we do have a nice big rock guard on the bow here, and then we have also have a dot guard here. I love how they do this, where they put the tubing down the side and it runs into the extended transom. Looks cool, as well as this keeps your paint a little bit better against the dock there. That always helps your fenders work good. Lots of cleats on this boat. Look, we have 4 cleats down the side. That's something unique, as well as our fueling area right here is located great for fueling at a fuel station on the water. And it's not too high. We can still reach it okay for fueling it off the water too. We've got some on our breathers here for the fuel, dissimilar metals. We got a little bit of paint bubbling. That's something that's going to happen on any boat that touches salt water. This was set up for salt water, so we're in good shape. Oil bath hubs on the trailer. Nice galvanized easy loader trailer here. We've got big side guides here to keep you locked in when you're trying to load in the wind and whatnot. Got a couple nicks. Here's a little nick from there. We got a little bit more of our paint bubble. Down here we got a little bit of paint bubble here. Wire harnesses for the trolling motor. Big trim tabs here. A nice trim tab set. Scuppers for the deck. So these are your water scuppers. Keep the deck drained. Going around to the back, twin 200's. They are stainless steel propped and ideally propped too. Here's our transducer. This is something to talk about. This transducer here is a high-powered transducer. You're going to get tons of target separation, so you'll be able to see the individual fish. They don't get cloudy, and you can really tell what you're seeing, and that's at a higher speed and a deeper depth. So that'll track you down 1,000 feet deep. You're going to see stuff on that. Drains, both drains, pickups here for our wash down live well. Big anode plates, these are pretty common. Divers anodes there. And then we've got good condition looking down the keel. All right, moving on here. We've got a boarding ladder to the side, positioned properly right above the entrance to the transmitter. I also want to show you this guy here. So what this is the steering connecting the trolling motor. So this is how the trolling motor is controlled from the cable. It's on the other side, but this goes in and out, and that's what steers the trolling motor for the linkage there. Okay, starboard side, pretty good. Bottom paint's got a couple of scrapes here. It looks like where just the paint's coming back down to the primer. very minimal, but it's just that lip is exposed. No real dents on the sides at all. Looking down it, all I see is the weld marks and no dents or damages that way. So really good that way. We're in good shape that way all the way to the front there. Let's go ahead and board the vessel and show you up top side here. A lot going on here with this boat. It's a very substantial boat, but it rides so planted in the water. I really thought that was a great setup. Here's your pump out here, waste pump out for the head is right here back corner. This is a live well here. They also have the nice little ledge. Keep your gear on. Full-size live well with a divider in here. We've got this right here is our plug-in for the maintainer battery charger setup. So great. We got a little courtesy light here too, just breather vent. Nice transom door. I love transom doors. And then look at the electrical setup here. Here's your access to the electrical. We've got 2 automatic charging relays. That means once it starts charging, powers up. Turn those off while we're in here. Circuit breakers all along here. Exceptional wiring, exceptionally set up. That is very clean. Wiring in boats, man, that one's done well. Okay, we've got a large fish box on each side. There's your full-size fish boxes there. The deck size on here is just huge. So much room back here to work. For a 25-foot boat, this thing really shows a lot of space in here. I love how they have the cabinets on both sides. Got under here. We have rigging under this side. This one also has a what is it called? Keel shield. Hull shield, which is going to do ultrasonic to keep stuff from growing and on it as fast. They seem to help slow down the growth underneath. This is our helm for the trolling motor. This steers the mains as well, but this controls the trolling motor there. And then we've got a nice size Garmin on the back here. And then we have the control king, which will throttle and precisely set the speed for your trolling motor on there. Really cool setup. Okay. Got a release here for the main door. Oh, bathroom's locked. Head's locked to get the keys for that. Latch that back. Okay, passenger room. Got big seats here. Nice storage area. We got floor storage galore. Okay, so this is going to get us to our rigging tank. I can also see down into the bottom of the hull. That's a nice option to be able to see if you're taking on water or anything by just simply pulling up floor access there. We got another floor access here in the middle, and this has got a surprise for you, something you get extra. We've got 2 Scotty downriggers and a Scotty pot puller, electric pot puller down here. That all are included in here as well. We'll set those on there for the photos. Okay, and then going forward, we have a little area back here. I thought about it. I've seen somebody put a little seat under there. You know, ideally you could stand back here, but there's just kind of that space. All right, going forward here, we got storage compartments under each side, suspension seats, another storage area here, and you can access it from the side here as well. A large area, large storage area up front, and you can see we've got our batteries and battery charger forward for the bow mount. Those look to be lithium batteries. I am not sure. We'll have to verify that and put that in the ad. Okay, up here at the helm, as tested here, we have the Yamaha control center here. So we've got both motors. We can see all the data on the motors. From there, we've got a Garmin 12-inch screen here, and we've got our autopilot screen here. And then we've tested it. Over here are the windlass. Here are our windlass anchor up and down. So its batteries are off, but you can just hit that button up and down. Just typical controls. Here's our handheld autopilot control for the boat. So that's excellent for being able to do it while you're working out on the deck. We've got a Garmin VHF radio Up here, dual wipers, big wipers on here. Includes a nice Ritchie compass too. So nav lights. We've got multiple lighting scenarios inside, interior. We've got LED pucks up top. Tons of storage everywhere. There's always places to put things. You always have a storage area that you can set up for whatever you have. I do like how Hewescraft makes a big access door on the front. So going forward, a huge one. Now, with this, we've got a rather large step to get up there. So you have grab handles on both sides. You have to take a step from that side to make it up. Oh, never mind. Or you could just pull out the ladder and be smarter than me. Thanks, Jackson. Okay, forward here, we got an area up here. It seems, because the boat's so big, the area kind of seems small when you look at it. But once you get up here, you're like, man, we could fish 2 guys up here, no problem. Like, there's a lot of room up here. This is a great place if you're running this bow mount Ulterra. Now this right here, I believe, is like a 60, probably bigger than that. It's probably a 72-inch shaft. Now it sits a little bit lower, but when we were in there, you could hear that prop come out of the water when we were running it. If you're not, we trimmed all the way down too. So one thing that I could see is if you're up here fishing, jigging and whatnot, that extra weight up here in the bow just keeps that thing planted a little better. And it's not that consequential if it does pop up, so it's not a big deal. But we did hear it gurgle a little bit as it ventilated, sucked a little bit of air in when the bow came too close to the top. On the roof, there's tons of area for storage there. You can put in an auxiliary watercraft up there, and a raft. You can also do your security rafts. So you got that up there. A lot of room up there. There's always something up there. Got our radar here. This is a Phantom, so that means it's going to track. You can do your research on there, but your Phantom's a little bit better setup. And all-around light goes back there. VHF antenna. So to put up your antenna, you've got to be able to reach it from here and then throw it up like that. You're going to get some range with that antenna. I can tell you that right now. Definitely going to get some range having it mounted to the very top of the house there. Okay, good size rails here to grab onto, and then walk around. You have the walk around rails for the whole boat here, where you can make your way around. And then once I get to this side, there is a step halfway down in that I can step up out to get to that walk around area up there. Okay, I'm sure I probably missed a few things with a boat that's this loaded with stuff, but hey, this thing's got to sell. This is going to be a great boat for somebody. Your family's going to have great experience, your buddies. This is going to be such a great setup. I don't know how to, I don't want to talk it up too much because, yeah, you know, it's got some damages and stuff. It's been in some salt water and whatnot, but this is a legit offshore boat that's still trailerable and usable. We've got a full size, or we've got a enclosed head. So if we get, I don't know which key's which here. There's not one that has all of them. Yeah, that one's gone. Is there a key set for the boat, maybe? Let's use the helm. Nope, those are... Okay. There you are. Okay. And you rolling? Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this. I love that it's deck accessed. It's outside. So you can get to it through the deck. You don't have to walk through the cabin. Just get into the head. It's a little dirty in here. We need to spray it out. Boom. You got a nice little setup. It's high off the ground. Full pump out. Plenty of room. Shut the door easy enough. Plenty of room in here. Pump out there, toilet paper roll here. That's about all you need for your business in here. You do have the ability to see outside, open a window. You can see out to the deck as well. And you have a window in here that's got a curtain as well. So if you get stuck in here for a while for some reason or another, at least you can see everybody else while you're at it. All right, come over and see us. We're on Highway 101 in Florence, Oregon, right on the coast, an hour outside of Eugene off of I-5. You've got great things to do while you're here. If you haven't noticed, it's a beautiful area to come visit. Bring the family. Fly into Eugene if you need to. We can even pick you up there at the airport. Easy to do, easy to work with. Just Jackson and I. And so you're going to be talking to the people, make the decisions on it. This is a consignment boat. We're going to be able to hopefully get both of you guys to work a deal together and get you both a good deal and make it happen for you and make your life experience a little bit better with this super awesome boat.